Are you guys hungry for bread? I'm hungry for bread, and you know what? I haven't made bread in a long time, so I am making my all-time favorite bread that I have ever made today. Come on, you guys, let's get this day started. Hey everyone, good morning, welcome all you new folks, and welcome back everybody to Loving It on Keto. Getting laryngitis. It's all part of the cold thing. I don't have a sore throat anymore, but I don't think I can talk for very long today. So you know what I'm gonna do? I wanna make a loaf of my bread. We're gonna be we ate our bacon this morning with our coffee. I did, and I am fasting. I started at 11:04 and I'm going to 11:04 tomorrow for a 24-hour fast. I'm breaking it with sardines, and I have a recipe I'm going to share with everybody tomorrow that I found that I want to try, but I'll share that tomorrow. Today I'm making a loaf of my high protein bread. Yes, I am. And it is carnivore-ish in the fact that I have 1 tablespoon of allulose in it. The rest of the stuff is carnivore. So I'm going to share that with everybody, and basically that's what I'm doing today. So you guys, come on, let's get this day started. Hey everyone, as long as my voice lasts, hopefully it will, I'm going to make my keto egg white protein buttermilk bread. There's one change in my recipe, and instead of a ½ teaspoon of xanthan gum, I'm replacing it with 1 tablespoon of gelatin. Gelatin makes it more chewy like bread, and it's delicious. And I'm doing my exact recipe. You do not have to add the allulose, and you do not have to add the nutritional yeast. Other than that, it's carnivore, but those are the 2 things that I add that are not carnivore, but this is a keto carnivore challenge. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And let me get one more ingredient out, because I am putting my nutritional yeast in. Now, I separate the fats from the rest of the batter, and I'm gonna measure out my fats first. Anything that contains a fat will not whip your egg whites. They will fail to whip into stiff peaks. So you wanna measure those and hold them out till the end. So I'm gonna measure those first and then set them aside. Now, I'm preheating my oven to 325, and I have a lovely, gifted to me, these liners that are material that wash wonderfully in my pan. And they are, let me get the bag. These are WRENBURY Professional liners. And they work really, really well. And they wash really, really well.
Yeah, we've got them
on our Amazon store site.
Yeah,
Can you link that in the description below?
End.
Because you guys are wonderful. I love them. It works really well. So the first fat that we are adding is egg yolk powder. You can add a whole egg yolk at the end if you have a raw egg yolk you want to use instead of the powder. And you can add the butter, real melted cooled butter at the end instead of the powdered butter I'm using. But I have powdered butter, I have all of the ingredients, so that's what I am using. Don't want to waste anything. So I'm going to make this grams, and I want 6 grams, which is about a tablespoon. That was a tablespoon, it's 6 grams, so it was perfect. If you want to get absolutely perfect, you can measure it, but you don't have to. You can just use a tablespoon, level it off, it should work. This is pretty forgiving on the fats, it really is. So I'm going to use a 6 grams of Anthony's premium powdered butter, and you guys, I was able to order 2 bags. Replaced my bags because Amazon finally had it on back in stock. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for sharing that with me. I ran, I did not walk, and I went and got my Anthony's powdered butter. So I'm going to put in 6 grams. There we go. And again, it was a level teaspoon. and it's 6 grams. It keeps going back and forth.
Well, you zeroed out each time.
I did. I zeroed it out each time.
Right.
Now I have buttermilk powder. I love what buttermilk powder does for this. It gives it moisture. It really fluffs it up and gives it just a teeny, just a little bit of sour taste to it. If you guys like buttermilk bread that you get in the store. Now, this weighs heavier. So I'm starting with a level tablespoon. I need 9 grams. It's just a little bit, I'm gonna leave it. I'm not too worried about it. No. There, 9 grams. So again, it's a level tablespoon approximately as well. It just weighs more. And nutritional yeast, you can do a teaspoon to a tablespoon. It's up to you. This is not Bragg's nutritional yeast. This is the bottle I use. I go to Sprouts and I buy it in bulk. They have the bulk, and it is not, it's not where they, fortified. It's natural. So I get the Sprouts, but you can get Bragg's too. It's just cheaper to buy a big, huge thing of Sprouts. So I'm gonna put in about a teaspoon. So I'm putting it in here because I don't know if that will affect my peaks, and it's not gonna hurt anything in there. So I'm just gonna mix this up and set it all aside and add this after I have stiff peaks. Like I said, you don't have to add nutritional yeast if you have an aversion or an allergy to yeast, or you don't want the taste of yeast. You don't have to add it. You don't have to add allulose. I want the nice, brown, real, delicious taste of buttermilk bread. That's exactly what I want, and that's what I'm gonna get. Now I have 1.5 cups of water. I'm putting it in my bowl, and we scrub this bowl out. Yes, we need to use a Brillo pad on it, but it is scrubbed. It is absolutely scrubbed. Do not use this to measure anything if you've already put butter in it or fats, because it needs to be washed. So I need a clean one. And I've got a clean one right here. I'm gonna put in a teaspoon of salt, just a half a teaspoon of Redmond salt. It's about a half of a teaspoon. I like the taste that cream of tartar gives. Again, it gives us a tartness which is reminiscent of the sourdough. I just put in a teaspoon. Well, I guess that one.
Not the whole teaspoon.
That one, not the whole teaspoon. That one's going to get washed as well.
That doesn't mean she actually put in a teaspoon.
Right.
It means a measurement.
A measurement of a teaspoon.
Yeah.
Now, you want to sprinkle your gelatin over the top of the water because you want it just to get a little bit of bloom going on there, right? So I've got a tablespoon. I'm just going to sprinkle it across on my water. And just let that sit there for just a minute or two while I add the rest of the ingredients. I'll need this back. I'm just adding a tablespoon of allulose. When we first started using allulose, we were using 1/4 cup. You don't need to. A tablespoon will give you, a level tablespoon will give you everything you need to get your bread or your buns browned, and you're saving money on it too.
Does that go in with the fats, or does that go with the water?
No, it goes in with the water because there's no fat in it.
Right.
So, and it gives it that bread, that under dinky winky sweetness that you get from bread. Now, I always measure my egg white protein powder because this means whether it will be too dry or too moist. So I want exactly 120 grams of it. You want to be at grams, you want to zero it out, and we're going to back out the amount to minus 120 grams. Indigo Nilly is the one who showed me how to do that. Very excited about that. It's a great way to measure. That's 120 grams. now what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this, drop it down, take my beater because I have one that doesn't come out, doesn't not lift up. And I'm just taking my beater and I'm just moistening up the batter so it doesn't push flour everywhere. Because of my cold that I have, I'm more sensitive and sneezing, and I don't want to have a sneezing fit. So I'm going to put this back on. Harry, honey, I can't see through your camera.
Well, you're not
I know.
to. I'm not near that.
Oh, okay. Make sure it's up and about, and I'm going to beat this to stiff peaks, or about 5 to 7 minutes. Come back when we have stiff peaks. I've got stiff peaks. I'm going to add a little bit in at a time. Add my fat. I'm going to cover this and whip it for 10 seconds to get that ball off there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you have to work fast because the minute you put the fat in, the bread batter starts dropping, but that's okay because it will come up inside the oven.
Is that what you just did, was put the fat in?
Yes, I just put the fat in.
It's going everywhere.
I know it is. It's going everywhere, and that's all right. I'll just wash my hands when it's done. You put this in here. You can't see this, but it's got a beige tint to it.
Yeah, it does.
And so it's
almost
easy.
pearlescent.
It is. It's easy. It looks like taffy, saltwater taffy. So you want to get down to the bottom of your pan just to make sure there's no white streaks in the bottom, or that will end up like a streak of styrofoam. So you just want to make sure that gets incorporated into the bottom. Yes, indeed. And then you just want to put it into your dish. I like putting a little bit in at a time and then smearing it into the corners because this is that cloth paper.
You almost need a spoon to hold it down with, you know?
Look at this.
Maybe you should put the clips on it.
Might work.
You're gonna be fighting this paper stuff.
I haven't made bread in so long. A couple months. Once you get it in, kind of flatten it out, push it into the corners. Push it down a little bit so that you don't get any air bubbles in it, and then that helps keep it in the pan. Now you just want to build. And the gelatin makes it stay up nicely too. Look at that, how nice that is, you guys. I'm telling you. Now, take the clip off, keep it in the pan, kind of push it into the corners nicely. Build a wall on the sides up. Gently. I like pressing it down on top a little bit. Come over here. This made it really tall one. Really tall.
I think the idea is to get it as smooth as possible.
It is, because then it won't fall over. If you see the ones that are fallen, anywhere there's a seam tends to be where the bread falls. There you go. This goes into a preheated 125-degree oven. Yes, it does. With all my fingers with bread dough all over them. There we go. Let me get that closed. And I've got to wash this real quick. Got dough everywhere. And then I need to cook it for 40 minutes. And that's it, you guys. That gives me just enough time to clean up my mess and come back, and we've got bread. So you guys stay tuned and come back when I bring my bread out of the oven. My bread is beautiful so far. We've got 10 minutes, but come here, take a peek. Oh yeah, ooh, I am so excited. It's gonna be high protein buttermilk bread, my favorite recipe of all time, you guys. So we've almost got it done. 10 more minutes. So come back and we'll look at it when it's all done. Hey everybody, my bread alarm went off, so I'm excited. Let me get my bread out. Ooh, smells like bread. Look at my beautiful bread, you guys. It's awesome. Look at that. I missed you, bread. I miss my bread.
Oh, that looks so good. Oh my gosh.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Watch out. It smells.
Watch your nose.
Yes, Harry, thank you very much.
Sorry.
You guys, I am so excited. Isn't that pretty? Yes, it is. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is my all-time favorite bread.
Yeah,
I've been making breads for over a year, probably
more than
close to 2 years, but I came upon this
the last
over
time
a
you
year
made
ago.
bread was a year ago.
No, Harry, it wasn't.
Was it?
Well, it was in 2022. But anyway, no, because I made buns and stuff too. I made English muffins and
did you?
stuff.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I have made all kinds of breads, BBBE bread. I've made bread with the Keto Chow chicken soup mixture, which is absolutely delicious. I've made all kinds of breads, and they're all down in my past videos, but my all-time favorite one is my buttermilk bread. I just love it. The texture, the taste is yummy. Anyway, you guys, I need to get a little bit of a knife because, and I want to get a butter knife. Excuse me. If I rest my voice, I can talk. When I start talking, then it starts getting goofy again. So I just want to go lightly where the bread got stuck to this, just so that it's not going to get stuck and break apart.
You should be using a plastic one.
I'm using a butter knife because they work really good, as you can see. Then I'm just taking this beautiful oh man, that smells so good. It's hot. Hot, hot. You can let it cool down, but I don't want to. I want to just get it off. and share with you guys how beautiful, and just 1 tablespoon of my allulose does a fabulous job. Look at that, you guys. Oh, it is beautiful, beautiful bread. Yes, indeed. I miss your bread. If you could pet bread, that's where I would be. And Sally loves the bread too, let me tell you.
Oh yeah, man.
She hears that word. She just ate her dinner. Anyway, you guys, that is my bread. Tomorrow we start our sardine fast, but I am incorporating some bread with it. I'm sorry, I am. We're gonna let this cool for just a bit, and then I will cut it open and share with those brand new folks who've never seen my high protein buttermilk bread, but this one is my most favorite of all times. And I have a lot of different ones that I have
Basically keto
made.
carnivore, right?
It's keto and carnivore. It can be carnivore if you take away the allulose and you take away the nutritional yeast. You don't have to use tartar, cream of tartar either, or you can just put 1/4 of a teaspoon. Cream of tartar helps stabilize your egg whites, helps peak them. So, you know, you can use 1/4 to 1/2 of a teaspoon if you want to for that. You can also use apple cider vinegar instead, or lemon instead. The same amount, like about 1/4 of a teaspoon. But I love it. It's ketovore-ish. It's not going to kill me to have those extra ingredients. Plus, my challenge is a carnivore keto and sardine fast challenge anyway. So you guys, I'm very excited to say, I have bread. Yes, indeed I do. This isn't me. Harry says I have to cut it and share with everybody what it looks like.
Yes.
Because he says there are brand new people that have never seen my buttermilk bread. So I'm going to cut it. And you guys look at how pretty that is. Look at how fluffy and beautiful. Look at sideways at that. It is so pretty. It really is a nice, and if you turn it over, it cuts more evenly. If your top is domed, and you can cut this bread very thinly and re-toast it. You can make all kinds of delicious, but you guys, look at this. Look at this delicious buttermilk bread. Look at the brown crust on that. You guys, it's beautiful, and look.
I'm trying to get away from your face, honey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at the beautiful, look at this. And you guys, watch. Look at that. It's not styrofoamy.
Oh, not at all.
Look.
This stuff is great.
Look. Look at that. It's amazing. And it's delicious. And I'm going to put some butter on it, and I'm going to taste it. Don't come after me, because it's not bacon.
It's all right. You're at the end of that today anyway, so.
Yes, I am. Anyway, you guys, take a look at this. This is amazing. I'm going to have a bite, and then Harry's going to have a bite. I missed my bread all day long. That is bread. It is. I haven't had bread in over 2 years, so I don't even remember what bread tastes like, but all my senses say, hello, bread. I'm back. Anyway, Harry, come over here. Take a bite. You want the whole thing. Sally gets some.
So good. I want a sandwich. I want a sandwich really bad. Nice bologna sandwich with cheese on it.
How about a bacon sandwich?
We don't have any bacon left, do we?
I don't. I ate all mine. Did you eat all yours?
Yes.
Sally would like a piece. Come over here, Sally. She says, oh my goodness, would you like some bread? Would you like some? Oh, you would? Well, thank you. Yeah, she loves bread.
Oh yeah, she loves bread, this dog.
My bread, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, get that butter. Okay.
And she's a very picky eater, this dog. This dog is ridiculously picky.
Carnivore dog, treats,
Oh yeah.
and my bread.
That's about it, right? And bacon. She loves, oh my gosh, this dog will walk away from her food if she thinks there's bacon in the house.
Yep. Anyway, you guys, we're going to go ahead and close out today. My throat keeps going in and out, and I just want to give it a rest. And you guys, tomorrow we start our sardine fast, but I've got a recipe I've been dying to try. So you guys come back tomorrow because I'm going to make something that looks delicious to me. Don't forget, please remember, if you haven't done so already, like, subscribe, and ring that little bell. Give us a thumbs up.
She wants more bread, man.
We'll see you right here tomorrow. Show the puppy.
She's going crazy
She
down here.
is.
Look at her. Listen to her.
Say goodnight. Just say goodnight. Say goodnight. Come over here. There you go.
4, 5, 6 times tonight.
Okay.
Here you go.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, she loves the bread. Okay, little one.
That's enough.
That's it. That's it.
Come on. That's it.
That's it. All gone. I know. It's just, oh my. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the
She
bread.
loves the bread.
Give me some bread.
I think we got 6
My
sneezes.
contract says you give me bread.
We got 6 sneezes out of that one.
I know, man.
She's going to get...